Hello, welcome to my bookshelf. Today I wanted to bring to you my review of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles. And if you're not aware, this is a retelling of Cinderella. This is set in the future in New Beijing, which I will say I did appreciate that it wasn't set in the United States. To me, even though it's in New Beijing, it felt like America. And that was a problem. Like, to me, if you want it to be set in America, just have it set in America. Why call it New Beijing? I was just so frustrated by this book over and over again. So maybe I should back up and kind of say a little bit more about the plot of the story. Basically, it follows the main character, Cinder, and she's a cyborg. So she's part human, part machine. And in this society, cyborgs are looked down as lesser than, so it's definitely a racial comparison there. So let's get into my thoughts about the characters. And the first scene that really frustrated me was when we were introduced to Peony. I'm not sure if that's how you say her name. One of the stepsisters of Cinder. I hate Peony. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I do a lot. And it frustrated me because I was expecting to not like her because she was supposed to be an evil stepsister. But Marissa Meyer tries to put kind of a spin on it where Cinder actually likes one of the sisters. I mean, I guess it's a complicated relationship. I don't think they're supposed to be like best friends or anything. But there's a lot of weight put on how upset Cinder is about Peony when she gets sick. First, I liked Peony. Like when we were initially met, introduced to her, and she wants to go along with Cinder to this junkyard, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like maybe she actually has a nice stepsister. That's awesome. This is why I hate Peony. I hope you can all agree with me. I don't know. Peony slugged Cinder in the shoulder, nearly pushing her into a pile of bald android treads. First off, jerk move. Really? But moving on. How could you wait so long to tell me? You've only been home for 4 hours? I know. I'm sorry, said Cinder, rubbing her shoulder. There wasn't a good time, and I didn't want Audrey to know. I don't want her taking advantage of it. Who cares about what Mom thinks? I want to take advantage of this. Good stars, the prince, in your booth. I can't believe I wasn't there. Why wasn't I there? You were busy being fitted in silk and brocade. Ugh. Peony kicked a broken headlight out of her path. You should have calmed me. I would have been there in 2 seconds, unfinished ball gown and all. Ugh. I hate you. It's official. I hate you. Are you going to see him again? I mean, you'll have to, right? I might be able to stop hating you if you promise to bring me with you, all right? Deal? I mean, seriously, I just hated her so much. Peony's just annoying. I hate the way she talks here. It's weird because I feel like it's inserted so we're supposed to hate her, but then by the end of the chapter, it's pretty clear that we're supposed to care and be upset that she's sick, that she caught the illness. But I honestly could care less. I mean, I was more upset that Cinder was upset. I honestly did not care that Peony was sick. And then throughout the entire book, there's discussions about... I mean, Cinder outright says it several times that she loves Peony. She loves her. And to me, we only get 2 scenes with her, really. And for one of the scenes to be this, I just honestly am frustrated. I'm just frustrated with her. I don't like her. I could see that maybe they have a good enough relationship where they can mess around like this. Fine, but we need more than just one scene setting that up. To me, especially since this is the last one we see. This isn't even the first interaction with her. And then you move on to some better touching scenes. No, like, we get some dialogue of her doing this, and then by the end of the chapter, Cinder notices that she has a rash, and then Peony is immediately taken away, and we barely see her again. So Cinder has this supposedly deep connection with Peony, but I honestly don't believe it. From the interaction, like, I kind of wish that this second interaction wasn't in there, because from the first one, I did get a good vibe. They had a complicated but somewhat good relationship. But this is thrown in there, and then I immediately hate her, and then she gets sick, and I'm like, am I supposed to care? Should I care? Why does Cinder care? I honestly didn't care when she died. I don't know. I feel like we were meant to be upset, just like Cinder was, but I wasn't. I was actually most frustrated by that scene that, like, if she had gotten there, like, maybe 5 minutes beforehand, she would have saved her. Presumably. I mean, if she was that close to death, maybe the cure wouldn't have worked, but, I mean, I just hate that when they're just 5 minutes, maybe even, 30 seconds too late. So I was frustrated about that, but I honestly didn't care that she died. I mean, I wanted her to save her sister. And I will say I was slightly shocked that they killed her. So moving on to more of my thoughts, let's see. I just loved Kai, but Kai was almost too perfect in the sense that it almost seemed unrealistic, because I just don't understand Kai's obsession with Cinder. And it was frustrating because because we switched from Cinder's perspective and Kai's, I thought we were gonna kind of understand, like, why he likes her, but I just thought it was weird that even though he's so obsessed with Cinder, that he never mentions her in his thoughts. So I honestly didn't understand his motivation for his continual pursuit of her, despite what I think are clear messages that she's not interested. And when we know that's not necessarily true, I mean, she has other reasons for saying no, but she never ever tells him. Kai is the most persistent person I have ever met. Oh my goodness. I mean, he is continually denied without an explanation, yet he decides that he's still going to keep asking her. I mean, I just feel like most people would take that as she's not interested, dude, move on. But he doesn't. Like, not only is she rejecting you outright, which should be a red flag that she's not interested, but on top of it, she's not even telling you why, which, again, makes it just seem that she doesn't... I think most people would take that and just assume that means, oh, I don't like you, I just don't know how to tell you. I hate it when people reject the perfect person over and over and over again. So annoying. Also, at the end, at the ball, when Cinder kisses Kai, it was such a cringeworthy moment for me. Especially, like, I was just like, kind of like, when she did it, and then when it said that he refused to kiss her back, I was like, dang, girl, rejected. Like, ouch. I was kind of surprised, actually, that he rejected. I mean, I understand why he rejected, because I honestly didn't understand why she was kissing him then. It seemed odd. And then with her belting out after all this, she'll have to change her mind because you love me. When you tell her that you love me. I was like, what? No. Why are you saying that? I mean, I guess it's a moment for her to just, like, lose herself in the fact that she really likes him, and she's been denying that fact for so long, and now she's finally giving in, and she likes that. But this was not the moment. And I honestly don't picture Cinder doing this. It seemed out of character for me, for her. Maybe that was also the point. I don't know. But it just seemed weird and cringy to me. I did not like it. Well, I don't know if I said this or not. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. So it was good, but it's not something I would reread, and it's not something that I loved. It had a lot of problems in it. I really liked the plot, and that's what kept me going. The plot wasn't what it was, I would have stopped. And it wasn't until the plot actually picked up that I actually wanted to keep reading it. Oh, also, I don't think I mentioned it all. Aiko? I'm not sure if that's how you say her name. I apologize. She was she was pretty great. I will honestly say that I was upset when she was like disassembled and just a personality chip was left. That was sad. I was actually sad by that. And the doctor surprised me. I was not expecting him to be lunar. I will say that did surprise me. It makes sense though. But I really did like the doctor's character, and I was frustrated that Cinder didn't seem to like this guy at all. Even though he goes out of his way to help her, I would like to know more about him. He was a little flat, but I will say that this is the first book in a series, so I really can't fault it for that. I would have to read the whole thing before I can say much more about that. So overall, I really did like the characters that Marissa Meyer has made in this series, and I am really interested to see what comes next. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So her characters are good. They just need more fleshing out, but I do think that underneath them, they're interesting, so that's good. So I would say her characters are good. They just need some more work. The plot is really good. That was a lengthy discussion. I hope you enjoy, and until next time, see you later.